This is an inspirational moment for myself. Just in case I get complacent, just in case I lose my way, just in case I forget all the trials and tribulations I came from. 9 months ago, I lost my job under circumstances that I have no control over. During the summer, I sat around trying to find other places, trying to look for other jobs online, getting worried, getting discouraged, being depressive, gaining weight. Don't know, am I going to get evicted? Don't know if I'm going to lose my car. Don't know if I'm going to be able to pay all these bills. But through all of that, I kept praying. And I know they say, the more you pray, the less you worry. But it's just human nature to worry sometimes. In August, I got an opportunity to work with one of the managers I worked for at my previous job. We did a startup company. I was excited, but I was kind of, not happy, but thankful. You can be not happy, but thankful at the same time. Thankful that I had a job. Thankful that I can be able to stay in my place. Thankful I can keep everything I have worked hard for. But unhappy because I wasn't making the money that I was used to making. I had took a $15,000 pay cut. And when he first started me off with it was $15 an hour. But I stayed focused. I stayed on my grind. And he said he would give me $2 more, which he did come true with his word, and he gave me $2 more. But still, my bills was more than my pay. So during that time, I continued to go to work. I continued to stay faithful. I continued to stay humble, even though I knew I was struggling. But I kept forgetting, Tamika, all this time, you didn't have a job during the summer. But you made it through, and you only made it through the grace of God. Tamika, through all this time, you thought you weren't going to be able to keep everything you need, but you made it through. And you made it through the grace of God. So you just got to keep on holding on. Something's coming better, but you have to keep on holding on. Everything was going well. But as those bills was coming in, I'm in bankruptcy. My bankruptcy is taking out my paycheck. And I'm bringing home less than $700 or almost $700 every 2 weeks. I knew I wasn't going to make it. I knew I wasn't. But I was able to keep my car because of my bankruptcy. Kept saying to myself, God, I know there's something better for me. God, I know I'm going through this for a reason. God, I know you're preparing me for something bigger and better. At the end of the year, I pray that 2018 is not going to be like 2019. 2019 is going to be my year of triumph, my year of staying faithful, my year of staying spiritual to my Lord above, my year of being humble, my year of abundances of happiness, abundances of wealth, abundance of stability. Because that's my ultimate goal, to have abundance of spirituality and stability and financial stability. That is my goal. Now I know what my goal is. But that is my goal. So doing all this process, paying behind on bills. In January, got behind on my rent. Rent wasn't paid for January. Then rent wasn't paid for February. Then on top of that, my lights got cut off. That was a $600 bill. I had to pay that. Have not yet paid my rent. Then my gas got cut off. Had to pay another $200. I'm just thinking about all this stuff you're paying for that you don't need, like cable. $249. Who paid $249 for cable? My dumb behind. But got my cable cut off. I'm good. So January rolled around, and I got with my son. Me and him, we talked. We worked together. We was able to pay January and February's. We was able to pay January's rent. And then we was able to also pay February's rent. So my boss came to me and he said, hey guys, you guys gonna lose your job. We're not doing well for the Atlanta market. And by this being said, we lost our job on the 8th of March. But I had already had plans because I had already knew this was coming. And when I mean knew this was coming, it was God sent that I need to start looking for something bigger, something better. So I was out there on my grind, doing my applications, doing these interviews, getting interview marks, to my peers, to my coworkers, my old coworkers from the job I had previously. And through all of this stuff, all the struggle, I didn't get the job that I wanted, the 2 jobs that I wanted, because I was thinking about the money. But my friend had came to me, she said, Tamika, you need to go back into retail. Retail is your calling, because you like telling people what to do. That being said, I did get a job within retail, and I got more money than I was making in my previous job that I lost back in May. So, what does this mean? Every Sunday morning, I do not go to church, but I do listen to church through Bishop Bronner online every Sunday faithfully. And every Sunday that I listen to him, he always sends me a message of something that I'm going through, something that I can relate to, something that's going to inspire me, something that's going to motivate me, something that's going to encourage me, something that's going to give me positivity. Went to church every Sunday in my bedroom, like clockwork, at 9 o'clock, listened to his words, and sat there, cried, and understand what am I going through. The struggle that I went through is the struggle of preparing me for something bigger and better, preparing me for growth, preparing me for spirituality. I was living off a little bit of nothing. Now I know how to live off more than what I have. So, I'm saying to those that's out there, if you're in a struggle or you're struggling and you don't know how to handle it, please don't give up. Please keep your faith in God. Please understand that God does has a master plan for us. Please understand that it might not come when we want it, but He is not going to leave us. He's not going to leave us by ourselves to be able to pull all of this on by ourselves. He's not going to put this burden on us for no reason. He's preparing us for something bigger and better. We can't see it right now, but in due time you will see it, and you will understand that the greatest of all is God. I had my friends to continue to motivate me. My biggest motivation was always my son. He kept pushing me, kept making me, kept inspiring me. And always said, Mama, you got this. No matter what, you got this. You can understand. And I'm looking at him, 25, you don't know what you're talking about. But he does know what he's talking about. Because the motivation that he gave me is the motivation I continue to give him. So trust and believe that through everything that anybody go through, at the end of the day, it's always a better life. You got to believe, you got to trust and believe in everything that God puts before us. If you can feel it, you can taste it, you can touch it, it's yours. But you got to believe that, you got to see that in your heart. I listen to Steve Harvey every morning at 9:54. I listen to him every morning at 6 o'clock. Some of the stuff he says doesn't pertain to me, but some of the stuff he says does pertain to me, and it motivates me. Bishop Bronner motivates me. So those who believe, those who struggling, just be able to understand that God got a master plan for everybody in this world. And it might not be the route you want to take. It might not be the route you want. It may not be the stuff that you see and you want to get. It's not for you. It's not meant for you. But through your life, you will go through some things. And you don't understand why you're going through some things. But you're going through these things because in the time that He's ready to give you something, you're going to be much more prepared. You're going to have understanding. You're going to be humble. You're going to be grateful for what He has given you. This is my motivation. I'm going to listen to this every time I feel sad, every time I feel depressed. I do have a job, thank God. And it came right on time. And I know He had a master plan because I lost my job on March the 8th. And I'm starting to work on March the 19th. So I want to tell everybody, just truly believe that God does has a plan. And believe in your heart that everything will work out at the end of your journey. Have a great day. Bye.